Good morning, everyone. This morning, we are ready to share to you a word problem using a table. This is a problem solve a logic puzzles. No, so all you have to do is prepare. You copy the problem on your paper because I'll erase this one. You cannot view all this here because of the limitation of the space. Um, Brian, Ryan, Tyler, and Ashley were recently elected as the new class officers, such as the president, the vice president, then we have the secretary, then treasurer of the sophomore class. No? So, from the following clues, no, determine which position each holds. Now, so you can see that the following clues are there are three of them. Now, one is Ashley is younger than the president. So take note, Ashley is not the president because Ashley is younger than the president. So we'll have that later on in our table. So, but older than the treasurer. So Ashley is not the treasurer as well. Second is Brianna and the secretary are both the same age, no? And then and they are the youngest members of the group. No, so we have the third one is Tyler and the secretary. So Tyler is not the secretary, are the next door neighbors. Okay, so that's it. So all you have to do is take down the problem. Then after that one, you'll be able to create your own way of doing it using a table, because here I'm going to erase all these problems now because I have to solve it here in this piece of whiteboard that I have. No? So mao ni siya ang problem nga akong gibasa that I read a while ago. So you will be able to write it on a piece of paper so you can try it before you proceed listening to it. So you can solve the problem. Let's try to have it now. So my piece of advice is actually you try answering it by yourself, then compare your work after so that you will be able to affirm to your ability to solve a problem, whether you get it right and or you get it wrong. No? So you will be strengthened in your way of doing it. No? So here, let us try to draw now the table. So drawing the table, we have here the position, the students, no, or officers. We call them officers. Then we have the positions. We have president. Then we have the vice president. Then we have the secretary. Then the treasurer. Okay. So with this, we have to label, okay, uh, the following officers are, we have Brian, then let's draw a line here. Then after Brian, we have Ryan. Then we have Tyler. Then lastly, we have Ashley. Okay. Going back to the problem, it reads that um, in the problem, we have the following. Let's go back to the problem as it was presented, no? So Ashley is, let's go to the clues now. Ashley is younger than the president but older than the treasurer. So Ashley is not the president because he is, it is said in the clue that Ashley is younger than the president. Okay, so he's not the president, and of course he is not the treasurer because as it was said that Ashley is younger than the president but older than the treasurer. Now, next condition is Brianna and the secretary are both the same age. So, Brianna here is definitely not the secretary. We have to remember that they are of the same age. So, whoever would be the secretary, they are of the same age. And in fact, it is said here that they are the youngest members of the group. So let us try to note that they are the youngest. Now, Brianna and the secretary are the youngest. So we have to go back. Ashley is younger. Therefore, Ashley is not the secretary because younger, that means he is older than the secretary. Therefore, he is the vice president because there's no other box left here. So we'll check this one. And then after that one, in the column for vice president, let's mark X here because only one vice president should occupy this portion here. Okay? So, after that one, we have to proceed to the next one. Tyler and the secretary are next door neighbors. So, Tyler and the secretary, therefore, Tyler is never the secretary. So, it's here Tyler and then the position. So, let's mark this X. Therefore, since there's only one cell left here, therefore we would say that the secretary is Ryan. Let's check this one. So let's close this cell here by marking X so that it would help us, that will help us that no more officers has to occupy that position because it belongs to Ryan. Now, let us go to the next part, considering that Brian is the youngest. Therefore, Brian is not the president because the president actually here is said to be, it says that the Ashley is younger than the president, therefore the president is not the youngest. So let us write this one here X. So this is now the person who is the president is Tyler. So let's close all the cells that are open for Tyler. And so we have here for the president, we have identified already the president. The vice president is already identified. The secretary is already identified. Lastly, the treasurer. This is the open cell, so let's check it. Therefore, our president is Tyler. Vice President is Ashley, Secretary is Ryan, and the Treasurer is Brian. So, finally, you have to write it here, the President, no, to indicate that that is your final answer. So, your President is Tyler. Tyler, okay? The Vice President is Ashley, no? So this is the proper way of writing your answer. Then the secretary, do not assume that what you check here is the final answer. So write it finally on below your solution, because the table is just your solution. So it's Ryan. So the secretary is Ryan, and then the treasurer is Brian. Okay, so that's it. So that ends our presentation on our lesson on the use of logic puzzle as a means of solving a word problem. So last time we have used the Venn diagram as a means of solving a problem. So please study again this problem so you'll be able to master the process of solving a logic puzzle. Thank you and good morning.